We straight? Are we straight? I know I am. I don't know about Cartoony. What's up, Jocko? So that's low, bro. I'm big, bro. Don't get it twisted, bro. Don't get it twisted, guys. Markets are looking high. Again, it is Monday, or going into Monday, so gonna be a little bit slower. So I'm connected to my speaker. So not really gonna necessarily rush into anything. Nah, he really called me Lil Bro. I know that's crazy. Edgar is actually Lil Bro. He knows it too. But I was just going over UK 100 or just kind of jotting it down right before I hopped on stream. Buys are looking good. All right, we've already taken those. We could see price run higher. My biggest thing is I would want to be at break even at these highs because we could take these highs and run lower. Reason being, if we come look at the higher time frames, yes, overall we are bullish and we can continue to remain bullish. But if we just look down to like this hourly leg here, let me take this off. Sorry for all this clutter. If we look down to this hourly leg, we're technically still within this bearish internal leg, right? We'll go down to the 30-minute, you'll kind of see it better. You can see we're making lows here, and now we're kind of sitting between this range, right? Being that, we could see price end up running lower. So again, I don't know if I'd end up taking sells, possibly. Again, we've already taken lows here, and I wouldn't want to get stuck in something like a trap, especially if we sold at this point and then we sell off and price just comes into this area of inefficient price, fills it, and then runs higher, right? So again, we'll see. Overall, I think price could react higher. It's really about London Open. When we go into DAX, price has kind of already played its move. Again, we've already taken lows. We've now run highs. I had the same bias as far as I do think price could run higher here. Again, we are bullish. We facilitated a pullback, at least on the hourly, right? We've come into the equilibrium. We can come deeper, but do we need to? No. So we're starting to see price break higher in the hourly. It was a good bullish candle, so we could run higher. Yes, granted, we could pull a way bigger or could have a way deeper pullback on the daily or even the weekly, but that's such a high time frame that if I were to just focus on the 5-minute, again, I think price could end up running bearish at the open, just to end up filling these gaps that were made to then run higher and possibly continue its overall swing trend, right? So we'll see though. Ultimately, we'll see. I do like UK 100 a bit more, but I may not rush into anything today. I may not. Price UK 100 may take off and sweep Tokyo highs before London even opens, and if that's the case, okay, I'm not going to get in. All right, it's just not worth it at that point. I'll wait for tomorrow. We have all week. All right, you guys know we ended last week with this absolute amazing trade. If you guys caught this trade with me, like the stream right now. So at least 10 of you should like it, unless you guys are all new. But caught this amazing sell. Again, if you guys weren't here, super simple. We've already taken highs. We saw area of support. Price took liquidity. We're pretty overbought. We can expect if price were to open bearish at the open, it should end up running into the opposite or opposing liquidity, which in this case would be buy side. What did it do? Open bearish, we entered sells, and price just dumped. Came into my exact point, in and out, right? How do you get that stock? It's FTSE or UK 100. You just look it up on TradingView. Some futures prop firms don't offer it. Like Top Step, they don't. When's the next vlog? I don't know. I gotta shoot one. What's up, Ahmad? Sorry, guys. I was like totally not reading chat. Cartoony. But have you heard of liquidity supply and demand strategy? Yeah. I trade that with Forex, basically. We are an hourly supply in JAR. Let's see the candle. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about is are we? Okay. So we are an hourly supply. And like I said, we can get a bearish reaction off open, potentially just to fill these other gaps, but I do think price is bound to potentially run higher. Again, we may not. We're still within this bearish internal structure until we break these highs here. Sorry, but again, we'll see. I have no reason to rush into anything today. Therefore, we could just end up watching price. I do like buys. If buys look good within the next, again, 8 to 9 minutes right before open, then okay, I'll be ready to shoot. And I'll tell you guys that. But ultimately, within the next 10 minutes, price could end up pushing higher with a little bit of volume. We've been seeing it the last 2 weeks where UK 100 is seemingly has been breaking out before London Open, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it still follows and aligns with our overall bias, but we're not able to enter because of how early it's been breaking. But again, we'll see. So ultimately, I can't be mad if my bias plays out as far as me knowing where price should go. Again, price is looking good. We're filling these gaps as price runs higher, it's looking good for buys. Again, if you do get in buys with me though, quick, just be ready to move to break even. Just be ready, right? Again, price could end up wicking higher and just tanking. We've seen it before. Price could end up just running higher. Price could come here, takes out a break even, run higher. We've seen that before. But again, ultimately, you got to play it safe. You don't know what's going to happen. Right? DAX sells. I mean, potentially, myself, I don't know if I'd want to sell off of this. You could. You genuinely could. And maybe I'm stupid for not necessarily getting in, but I think we could have a better area. Sorry, I hit the camera. First time in stream is catch a dub. Let's do it. Jackson caught a dub last trading day last week. That was Friday. So catch a dub today. We'll be on the win streak and hopefully we run it out through the week. Last week, I was really hoping last week was a full winning week, but we had one loss, which thankfully was a partial loss. So can't be mad. But ultimately, let's run it up this week. Let's see what happens. Since you're new here, Sunday into Monday usually are our slowest days, choppiest days. We see the most fake outs, the slowest price action. So therefore, I'm a little bit more hesitant. So today we may not take a trade. But again, I also have been shooting on Monday and been winning too. So it just really depends on the setup itself and the opportunity at hand. So we'll see what happens within these next 8 minutes. Again, price could end up invalidating our entry and then we just kind of sit on our hands for the day, and that's fine. Again, we'll come back in tomorrow. Again, I got Forex pairs that I'm looking at. I haven't really looked at them yet. Again, I do post a weekly outlook in my Discord if you guys are in there. But the bearish, whoa. Potentially pull back on DAX and bullish move. That's what I'm thinking, shoot. That's what I'm thinking. So again, if you guys want to look to catch that pullback, by all means go for it. Why? Because you have a clear bullish leg here, right? Even if you're just playing this leg, right, and you're just wanting to take these sells, you could. Again, you're just playing with a really tight stop. Not necessarily, right? But I mean, this is a decent trade. I can't lie. You're to take it like at this break. You'd run a 1-on-1 for sure. Maybe we hop in sells. Maybe. Especially because I didn't see this at first. So it's a little bit better of a support area now that I'm seeing this, but ultimately we'll see. We're playing a little opposite bias here, but there's nothing wrong with that. Again, we've seen price do the opposite before. But again, UK100 does not have to buy up. It could end up selling off, right? It could. Again, ultimately, we're still sitting within this bearish leg. Remember that. We could end up running lower, running these lows, having a deeper pullback. There's still one area of inefficient price sitting down here. Hourly, it is filled, but ultimately, there's a little bit on the 30-minute, so that could end up happening. So we'll see about DAX sells. Again, it could end up running this area before. And if that's the case, again, then sells are invalid. Again, if you're new here, I don't take setups until London Open. We do sometimes, if we have a limit set, get entered a couple seconds before. That's very rare. Fair enough, I usually trade NY session, but I have to stay up. Okay, yeah, pop in, man. Again, the way I trade may be similar to the way you trade. It's just understanding liquidity, right? I'm really just using liquidity to find better entry and exit points. And then when it comes to my actual confirmation to enter, it's just seeing price have volume in that specific or in that general direction to give me the confidence to enter and to hold for at least a 1-on-1. And in some cases, if I have a good higher time frame bias, we'll try to hold, you know, especially if like we're looking to facilitate a higher time frame pullback, lower time frames align, we'll shoot, right? Whoa. Hmm. Hmm. Might be liking DAX here, guys. Do we shoot? Potentially. What the fuck? Something going on? On our account flip, guys, I can't trade UK 100 or DAX right now. That's kind of fucked. I don't think I can until 12. Could end up fucking up our entry, but we'll see. Thoughts on Drew? I'll look at it right now. I do still trade it, but ultimately it's been a little bit slow. So, with it being slower, I've been trading it a little bit less. Does that make sense? Give me 1 second, guys. All right, we got about 2 minutes. We'll see what happens. UK 100, it's looking all right. Again, I think because we have a bank holiday for JPY, that's what I'm assuming. Can't trade the count flip, but that's fine. We'll still shoot. It would suck if we catch a banger though, and we can't capitalize on it, but it is what it is. I think UK 100 buys could end up taking place, yes, but this reaction is telling me that price could end up selling off, which could be a good thing for DAX too. Again, if we're could be. We'll see. And UK 100 could end up buying up as well too. Don't know. We'll see what happens right now. We'll see. I might be entering sells if price just dumps. UK 100. UK 100 is looking bearish. I'm not entering sells there. Hoping for a dump here, guys. We may not get it. This is nice to see. Maybe we're taking liquidity. All right, we're running higher. That's fine. UK 100 didn't get in. That's fine. We would have been at break even either way. That's fine, guys. Totally fine with that. Again, we don't have to trade today. Don't have to trade either way. If we would have entered this, we would have been out at break even already. And ultimately stops would have been massive, but I still think price could run higher. Yes, I said it could, but you got to play it safe. Price could end up flipping after taking this area of liquidity. We could see that. DAX is flipping now. If DAX end up just dipping, we could possibly take sells potentially, but we're playing with the bigger stop loss. And again, that's not necessarily a good thing because we don't have a lot of liquidity sitting down here. Right? That's right. So I think it's just a no trade day, guys, ultimately. Let's go to GA. Let's look at it real quick. When's the Mexico City vlog coming? Fuck. Dude, honestly, what the fuck? Why am I not? GA's looking good for buys. GA's looking good for buys, I can't lie. If you're in my Discord, I'm going to be probably looking for buys soon, but I want to see a better break of these highs. If I see a better break of these highs, could be gold. All right, guys, that's it. Man, if you got into UK 100, W, again, I did call this, but I just didn't get in. Price also was not open for the account flip for some reason. I don't know if it is now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It was just for indices. I don't know what the deal was with that. But either way, it would have been a break-even day. I would have been out of break-even. And that's just me being honest, right? I could be like, I wouldn't have been out of break-even. I would have caught, you know, like, nah. I being honest with you guys, I would have followed my rules. You guys know me. I follow my rules, even if that means missing out on a win. Break-even. Again, I told you guys. And again, my rules can change because you guys know when we do see these spikes of volume, price does tend to run for that 1-to-1, but it doesn't always have to. I mean, ultimately, we haven't even hit that 1-to-1 yet. We're probably about to, but we have seen times where price just takes out liquidity and dumps. We have. And granted, this will just be data going forward. Even though I didn't take this trade, I'm going to put in data. And you guys know I like explaining to you what I'm going to put in data because it'll give you an idea of what you can put in data too, if like this is your style. But what can I put? Again, we knew price should run higher. We had liquidity sitting up here. We've already taken previous lows. Maybe going forward, let's say if we did take this trade, like I said, we would have been out at break even. But let's say going forward, we don't move to break even. Why? Because, and again, I would only make a change if I had the data to back it up. So again, I'm not just going to jump into a change going into the rest of the week, but this is just good data. Like I'm saying, if I need to make a change where it's like more likely than not, price does end up going for that 1-to-1, I don't necessarily need to move to break even because it's not worth it. But my data may end up showing me later on that it is worth it to move to break even because more likely than not, when price does take these areas of liquidity, no matter if price has already taken previous liquidity, price will have a reaction. And the reason I say that is, I mean, look at yesterday. Price already had taken highs here. We took lows, right? We took lows. And yes, this was a way bigger move. But if I were to move to break even, hold a lot longer, look what happened. As soon as we took these lows, instant reaction in the opposite direction would have taken you out at break even. And yes, it sold back off, but ultimately it would have taken you out at break even. Yes, that's not what happened here. And price is just absolutely running. Beautiful. I love that, right? I didn't get in that, by the way. But again, ultimately, it's just data going forward. I can't be mad. We ended last week up. The month is already great. Just keep killing it. We'll come into. I'm not going to end stream yet, of course. We'll go over some forex pairs and all that. Not enough volume on DAX for me to take buys. Yeah. Like again, there is some volume, and ultimately, we do see good days like this on Mondays. Not all the time. Not all the time. Right? Not all the time, but we do. And again, beautiful play on UK 100. Gonna go put into data right after stream. Right after stream. And yeah. My GU bias? I guess, Edgar. Guess you can. GU is pretty oversold. I think we could end up seeing a pullback, not gonna lie, but as of right now, the structure is pretty chopped. Like, yes, we're looking pretty bullish. I just don't like how we whipped these highs, but it seems like it's treating it like it did break that area, and we're looking like we could end up continuing to push higher. I would just wait for a break and then continue to play that structure as price facilitates this higher time frame pullback. That's really how I'd play. That's how I'd play anything. GG's looking alright. Euro USD is looking alright. Again, this wick is kind of fucking with me. GA is looking the best. I did not take this trade last week, guys. Again, there was, when it comes to liquidity, like ultimately there was liquidity sitting at this low, but I like seeing a high being broken by a full candle body. And if you see, no high was broken by a full candle body, literally none. Right, so I didn't take this trade. Price did end up reacting absolutely beautifully and ran. And again, ultimately this was data because it was still a good trade. and it facilitated that pullback. And now that we see price reacting, yeah, we're still in a bullish internal phase, so we could end up seeing a deeper pullback. We still have gaps sitting up here. So again, once I do get further confirmation when it comes to like lower time frame structure, once we get a final confirmation break of the high, we can see price maybe come back into this area, and then we can look to shoot ultimately. So that was kind of fucked, but wish we had more imbalance within this leg, but it's not bad, it's not terrible. I still think we could see price end up coming down into here, and then I would just shoot. I would shoot. In this case, I'd want a big stop loss though. That's my thing. I play big stop losses, guys. I play it at the ultimate low. I think we just target highs, which is still 1 to fucking 3. Fire. You know, we could even run deeper. Again, we still have areas of fair value to possibly fill. But guys, ultimately, I know people are dropping out. Beautiful day. Can't be mad. Called a beautiful trade. Not going to count it as far as being on a win streak. Again, I didn't take it. Probably should have, but again, I couldn't even take on the fucking account flip indices. For some reason, it's closed. Now it's open. Fucking amazing. Now it's open. I think it was just because of the bank holiday. I truly think it was. So that kind of affected us, which wasn't really expecting, but it did. So I believe it was that. But again, that's all fine. I do think price will end up pulling back, but I think we'll just do a shorter stream. Oh, with that being said, also guys, starting tomorrow, I will be live in here, but I'll also be live, if you guys don't know, in the Legacy Discord. If you guys do not know, I am partnered with Legacy Funding. It is Luca and Mamba's brand new futures prop firm. So I will be in there. I'll be live on Discord. Again, I'll also be in here, so you can also join me on here, chat it up. But if you also want to join in there as well, that'd be great. Again, I'll be reading both chats, kind of going back and forth. But again, I think it'll be super, super cool. Maybe get some more people in here, chat it up, and ultimately win. Again, we've already called a banger fucking trade to start the week. Ultimately, I didn't catch it, but hopefully some of you guys did. Guess I'm watching beginner guides tonight. Little bro doing big things. I feel like a proud father. Thank you, Edgar. All love, bro. Guys, Edgar, and this is what I mean. Dude, Edgar was just, dude, I didn't know Edgar at all. And Edgar was just super cool, super chill off the jump. And he's my boy now. Ultimately. And again, that's why and when it comes to like my community, when it comes to Luca's community, when it comes to the new community, again with Legacy, because we have a whole community within that prop firm. Get in there, network. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you're going to meet, and you never know who that person knows. And ultimately that can get you in a position where it's like, whoa, same thing happened with me. I met Luca, and guess what? I talk about this all the time. There was a point in time where I used to watch Luca and Mamba, and I used to write down, one day I will stream for them, because I used to stream. I used to stream with 2 viewers, me and my girlfriend, or my ex, I should say. And again, started there. Every day I was like, I'm doing this. Why? Because one day I'll stream for Mamba and Luca. Starting tomorrow, that'll be that day. So I hope all you guys are there in support of that day finally coming true. Again, kind of envisioned it and saw it in, how do I say this? Saw it in my mind, and tomorrow I'll see it with my eyes, right? So next year, remember my name. I do not cartoony. I'm sorry, my boy. Luca Mamba, bro, that's like Drake and combine inside Kendrick. Be delusional. Exactly, guys. Be just outrageously delusional, guys. I was so delusional, bro. And like, I've had like friends like even tell me that like what, like they didn't like the shit that I would tell them, like when we first met Luca, how like one day I'm gonna like stream for him, this and that. Like I've had people tell me that they thought I was just bullshitting and they thought it would never happen. And that's like, it did, and it is tomorrow. So with that being said, beautiful way to start the week with the win, even though I didn't take it. Again, the markets were closed for indices, at least on the broker that we're account flipping, but ultimately that's no excuse. Still W, whatever. We'll come in tomorrow. We're still not necessarily on a win streak, but we ended last week with a win. We're gonna run it up this week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Do not forget my game, dude. I thought you meant like your actual name, Cartoony. I forgot. It's like some Nigerian name. I don't remember that. No, with that being said, guys, like I truly appreciate every single one of you. You guys are awesome. All 20 of you who are consistently in here. Again, everyone who dropped out are only here for the signals. They literally caught the signal and they left. So be proud that you're in here taking advantage of this. Again, I give out free sauce all night, and that's all I'm going to do for the rest of the year, especially inside the Discord with Legacy. And again, let me send that over to you guys. I want you guys to do yourself a favor. Of course, Jocko, did you catch anything today? Nick was with Mexico City Tortas. Cartoony. I'm kidding. Great analysis to say. Thank you, Christian. I appreciate you. Take care, man. Yo, Basidi, thank you. Again, the Discord that I just sent, guys. Nope, didn't enter. It's all good, Jocko. I didn't enter, honestly. Again, brokers being a little bit weird. And then price just, again, I think we could have entered, but ultimately we would have been out break even. So it doesn't matter. Don't call me a Torta Pounder, buddy. That's my bro in the vlog. If you guys haven't watched my new vlog, go watch it. NiicksFX on YouTube. With that being said, you guys are all amazing. Ahmad, take care. Rice Ninja, take care. Cartoony obsessed with the tortas. He is, bro. Like, dude's Cartoony's so obsessed with the tortas, bro. You don't understand. Like, I've hung out with Cartoony once, bro, and like, dude, that's all he was talking about. I'm just kidding. Now, with that being said, you guys are amazing. I'm out of here. Again, let's come back tomorrow. Let's win again. Let's just win it. Let's win this entire week. That's the goal. Let's run it up. You guys are amazing. I'm out here.